Hello, everybody. I'm Tom LeBlanc. I'm the Director of Industry Outreach for NSCA. Today, I'm very happy to be joined by Shaun Robinson. He's the VP of Product Management for Xilica. They're a 2020 Pivot to Profit sponsor. Now, our 2020 Pivot to Profit sponsors are helping out NSCA by helping us to lead business transformations in 2020 around really important pivot to profit topics. So, Shaun, thanks for being here with us.
Yeah, glad to be here, Tom.
All right. So, Shaun, we often we talk with integrators about the importance of, having sound business processes and also the value of being nimble, being able to shift, throughout and react to market conditions and things like that. But over the last few months, these priorities have probably changed a little bit, haven't they?
They sure have. They sure have. Yeah, integrators, it's a really tough business, as we all know, right? Because there's rapidly changing technologies always going on from manufacturers coming into new products. Customer needs are always evolving rapidly, and of course, very highly competitive marketplace. So those have always been challenges for integrators, and then you throw in a pandemic on top of that completely decimates economies, and that is a real challenge. And I think it's really highlighting the need for organizations to be able to operate in a much more agile and nimble fashion.
But I think, sort of knowing that, knowing how important it is for companies to react and to change. And, think about a company leader who's, in the midst of leading a company that are facing challenges they've never faced before. Their priority is to keep the doors open. They've been hit hard by this COVID-19 crisis. What are some first steps they can take in terms of strategizing? Like, how do you strategize and move forward?
Yeah, it is really tough when the market is in such disarray right now, and you're doing everything you can every day just to keep the doors open, just to keep the lights on and employees employed, right? So it's challenging to take a step back and look at the business. But I think it's really important. I think it's really important as a first step to reflect on the business and how it's been operating in this new uncertain environment, and look at what's not working and make a commitment to change what's not working. And I would strongly recommend, when you identify either a process or a function that needs to change, right, to operate more effectively in these new highly uncertain environments, I would strongly recommend adopting an agile framework and doing that. And as an organization, if you have a software team, you might have heard of Agile, or you might have read about it. But basically, software companies a long time ago, or a while back, they understood that what they're doing is they're developing software for uncertain markets. And gone are the days where you can spend 3 to 4 months planning something and then 18 months executing on it, right? So they created this agile framework for being able to respond to market much more, quick, and be able to deliver things more effectively when the marketplace is uncertain. And now you're seeing these agile methodologies start to spread out into the functions of a business. And so what that means is, once you identify what is an area that you want to improve on, you put a team in place, and it's got to be a small team, no more than 9 people. And you empower a leader of that team, what they call an initiative owner. That person's 100% responsible for the outcome. And then you let that team go, and you empower them to use creative ways to solve the problem, and you let them go. And the good news with Agile is all of their work and all their progress is very transparent. So you can constantly be aware of what's going on, but basically empowering them and giving them the opportunity to go and solve the problem in a very fast fashion. And that's what we all have to do to operate in these new environments, is to do so with much more speed.
Yeah, and if an integration firm can accomplish that and make that transition, that's sort of a silver lining. And I'm wondering, do you think that that's realistic, that integration firms can take some positives out of this unprecedented challenging time?
Yeah, that's the tough part, Tom. And I've always been a glass half full kind of guy, but even this has really been affecting me quite a bit. So it's tough to kind of take the situation right now and look at it with a positive approach. But there are, and we all enjoy watching movies where people or groups of people were put in tremendous struggle, and then they come through it stronger, right? And I think that's the one positive we can look at, is we can take this opportunity to improve our business operations and come out of this stronger. And the good news is, we all know this. There's tremendous pent-up demand, right? And so we all know that hospitality and live events, this stuff's going to come back super strong. Dramatic changes in the way corporations are going to be laying out their new office environments. There's going to be tremendous opportunity for all of us in the AV industry. And the important thing is to be ready for that. And so use this time right now to restructure processes for agility so that when that does come back, you're ready to go and take advantage of that and capitalize on it.
That's a great way to look at it. Shaun, thanks for talking to us. Thanks for helping us to kind of lead these conversations around business transformation.
You bet. Happy to help. Thanks, Tom.